have everything plugged in, so I shouldn't run out of any juice. Fia, general. Anxiety moves into the past. Nine of Swords is in reverse. Fire sign comes in that could be of significance, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Perseverance takes you to all 10 cups being full. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. You have the Three of Cups here, which would mean that you've got a cause for celebration coming in and taking time for rest, relaxation, and recharging your batteries. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm afraid that this here is going to go flying. Hang on a sec. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Okay. Cinnamon, what did Wesley want when he contacted me today by email? I know he wanted to see me. I just want to know why. Okay. He's feeling like he's waiting for a ship to come in. This is one of those classic cases where your head is somewhere else. So he's curious. He wants to know what's going on. And he does want to see you. And he may be persistent about it. He feels a little bit unprepared. Like you not paying him any attention or you not being around him has kind of thrown him for a loop. He's got a lot of anxiety around the situation, whether he wants to admit it or not. And he's going to continue to reach out to you. That's what he gets. Talia, general for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a nice day. You got the Seven of Cups, which is choices. Page of Pentacles could be nice stuff happening around a side business or being focused on a side business. Sagittarius comes in, or it could be just a feeling of like peace, serenity, cooperation, compassion tomorrow. You have some nice stuff. Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Pentacles. A large sum of money could come in, paying off a bill of debt or a loan, and the Three of Pentacles, a grounded, stable business relationship. And I think that's personal business. I don't think that's like a day job kind of thing. Tomorrow should be a nice day. Siva, love. You have a wish when it comes to love. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries serves you well. You've got a committed relationship on the horizon if you're not with anyone right now. A Taurus comes in. You also have the Magician, which means you can manifest the kind of partner that you want. You're not holding yourself back. I don't think you're getting stuck. I think that you're moving forward. Feeling like I've made it to the top of the mountain. Next relationship that comes in's got long-term potential. Adriana, when could we be kissing? Could be soon. Like within the next 2 weeks, maybe. Ronnie, will I have a Valentine? Christmas is over. %, chance, yes, you have a Valentine. Possible with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Adriana, I think he's been more noticing. Am I right? Noticing me. Okay, let's see. You are right. Yeah, you are right. want an edible arrangement. I love fruit. That's why I hate keto, because you can't have fruit. I mean, what? You can have 3 berries? I know I need to eat fruit. I can't. Although for me, it's more of summer fruit. I could probably live without like bananas and apples. Um, yeah, but watermelon, pineapple, cherries, I need that stuff. Malika, Michael's next move towards me. He's not coming up as very prepared right now. He comes up as anxious and unprepared. Chariots in reverse. I wouldn't expect too much from him. However, if he's somebody from your past, he will be returning at some point. I just don't think that it's going to happen as fast as you want it to. You may feel like he's like slow and stagnant, or you may also feel like he's done something that was a little bit betraying. Knight of Pentacles, he's slow. But you know what? There is success that could come around this relationship. Timing just may not be there just yet. I have to go over the astrology. I'm going to do it tonight. And I'll put together a video for tomorrow, because I know that January should be a little bit of a twisted month. But once we get past January, I think the rest of the year looks pretty good astrologically. So we may have one more month to just kind of get through. And come February, but I got to look at it closer tonight. Anyway, you can't have fruit on keto. You can have a couple of berries, but you can't have a lot. I think raspberries you can have, but you can't have a lot of them. So I remember I used to take them and I would mash them up with like ricotta cheese and kind of mix it together. It's not bad, but it's just, after a while, I feel like no matter how much you like something, if you have to eat it every day, after a while, you don't want to look at it anymore. And that's how I got with ricotta cheese. Anyhow, and yeah, so that's why, I did it for a summer and I found it very easy to stick to. I found that I was never really hungry. The things that I hated about it was I hated that I couldn't have fruit. I hated I couldn't have beer. I didn't lose really any weight, but I was never bloated, never felt bloated, never felt full, never felt like, just like, like when you eat too much pasta and you just feel like shit. Never felt like that on keto, but my running was so slow. I can't imagine now, because I'm so slow right now, how much slower I would be. I was like at least a minute slower on keto. And sometimes I would feel a little bit lethargic. I don't know. I don't really know if it's worth it. I didn't lose a ton of weight. Like if I lost 5 pounds, I don't even know if I did. But I was never bloated and like never felt like I had to squeeze into anything. I always felt like I was, you're not holding any water because you're not eating the carbohydrates. The carbohydrates hold the water. I think carbohydrates hold 4 molecules of water more than protein and fat does. So if you have pasta, you're going to be bloated just from all the water that it holds. Anyhow, Sepia, general for the rest of this week. You may have a little anxiety about something. Huh. Look, it may be that you just feel like things are a little stuck, chariots in reverse. That could be causing the anxiety. But you know what? You're going to turn a corner before the end of the week where you'll have something to celebrate. Of course, that could be New Year's. Something may come in for New Year's if you don't have plans already. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids. And there may be a little ambition towards the end of the week. But I'm going to say that maybe today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, you might be feeling a little stuck, a little bit anxious, and just kind of like, oh, I can't wait to get this year over with. Sepia, rest of the week when it comes to love. Well, the Empress is coming in, so that should be positive. Knight of Swords. You could be communicating with a love interest, which would be nice. leaving negativity in the past, heading towards all 10 cups being full, taking time for self-care, rest, relaxation, recharging your batteries, listen to your intuition. You have the sun coming. I can't swear that you're going to be happy in love this week, but it looks like you're on your way, or things are at least improving. MC, Love General. You could have a new love interest coming in here with the Knight of Cups. Maybe a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Feeling prepared for things to move forward. Taking control of your love life, listening to your intuition, balance comes back to your life. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles could be a couple things. It's usually going back to school, learning a new area of study. It also could be working hard, or it could be that you meet this person around work or school, yours or theirs. Happiness comes in. You may need to shut the door on something in your past to move forward in your love life. I don't know what your situation is right now, but it looks like leaving the past in the past and moving forward brings in happiness. Allison, anything I need to know for the next 6 months? Got good luck coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Be careful with the Three of Cups in reverse that you don't find yourself in a third-party situation, because if you do, it could be somewhat of a disaster with the Tower. You have good karma coming in. Fire sign comes in that could be significant. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Passion comes back. Life changes for the better quickly over the next 6 months. And the Hierophant is here, which can be either a Taurus comes in that's significant, or this could be picking up a new spiritual practice of some type that serves you well or that you get a lot out of. Ms. Shanti, General. Sun's coming out over your life. You may be intuitively distancing yourself from people, places, and things that no longer work for you. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, cutting through bullshit serves you well. Two of Cups. Got a committed relationship on the horizon. If you're not with anyone, could be with an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Money comes in. Ten of Pentacles, large sum of money enters. You may be planning a trip to water, by water, or around water coming up. You may be planning it, but not taking it for a couple of months. There may be some distance there. And your intuition is heightened, so please listen to it. Sepia, me, and Derek. Watch out for having a little argument with him with the Five of Swords. Communication's coming in. So you might have an argument first, but then you could have some good communication. It looks like Seven of Cups. Things are going to be your choice. And it may be slow and steady wins the race with this situation, but you're going to be the one calling the shots. Another argument may show up around the two of you. But you have a wish around this situation, and you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. I think your life is moving forward. I don't think he's going to be too thrilled with that. You got a soulmate relationship coming in. Your life may move forward. You know, as much of an asshole as he's been, he feels regret around the situation, and he thinks that you've moved on, or that you will be moving on. Or it could be that he has a hard time dealing when you do finally move on. But whatever it is, it looks like he's going to be suffering. Good. Adriana, where could we be kissing the first time? Watching a movie in my car, or just nowhere at a random place? Could be water around. All right, water. There seems to be flowing water. I would say it could be at the beach. It could be any place that has like a fountain or something like that. I don't know why, but water comes up. Around water. Sepia, me, and Ramel. Okay, you might have to have patience with the situation with the Temperance card, but the perseverance around the situation will prove to be positive. So more comes out of this situation, but you may need to have patience. I know it sounds kind of like an oxymoron, but giving a little bit of time brings persistence in. Relationship moves forward towards success. I don't know where the hell you guys are right now, but Cancer comes in for success, even if it's a little bit wonky right now. Soulmate connection. Moving on to greener pastures. Your relationship could be being guided by the divine. You got the Knight of Cups here. Things should be improving between you and him. I don't know what's happening right now, but let's see what goes on this month. Michelle, what can I expect in the next 4 weeks? Money comes in, business opportunities come in. Walking away too from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Got plenty of business opportunities coming in that are bringing money. You could have an argument with somebody. This may be a disagreement around a business thing. It's not the biggest deal because it's the wands. Happiness comes in, and stepping into a time in your life where you have a little bit more good luck. Naturally, things just seem to fall into place a little bit easier. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. And there's also cause for celebration that comes in around a little bit of adventure, possibly with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Michelle, what's important for me to work on in 2021? What's important for me to work on in 2021? Business. Your business endeavors are going to keep you busy. And you have the Magician here. You can manifest all kinds of opportunities. You can manifest all kinds of opportunities in everything. This is not limited to business. But it looks like business endeavors are very busy. You have things move forward quickly and a wish around that kind of stuff. So that may just be front and center in your life, at least for the first couple of months in 2021. Deja, what's Daniel hiding? Does he really want me? Okay. Yeah, I think he does really want to be with you. Got 3 aces. He may, the sun comes out over this situation. He may hold himself back, though, just emotionally. That may be why you feel like he's hiding something. I don't think he's hiding anything. Like, people always ask that question, and it's really frustrating because, like, what could somebody be hiding? Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and it's new, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you automatically get to know everything that's going on in their life. There may be things that they're just not ready to disclose, and that's not a bad thing. They're allowed that. Like, that's okay. Like, you don't have to know everything. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that they have to be ready to open up when they're ready to open. Just like the same thing with sex. Like, just because you're in a relationship with someone doesn't mean that they automatically get sex immediately. That happens when both people are ready. And I feel the same way with emotions. He may be reluctant to share some of his emotions or some of the things that have happened. He holds back emotionally. Anyhow, Goddess, general over the next week. General over the next week. Next week should be pretty good. You could be running into an old friend or reconnecting with someone from your past. They may be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and it may be somebody that genuinely want to see. Feeling like the world is at your feet. Possibly toying around with or going back to school, learning a new area of study, 6 of Pentacles. Being better compensated at work or being more respected by the people in your life. It could be both. Either way, it's positive. Walking away from things that no longer serve you bring in new opportunities and ambition. Butterfly. Would K rather be with D or H? Would K rather be with D? Would K rather be with H? I think that K, if K had a choice, it would be H. Adriana, how's he been feeling after what happened? Okay, feels a little bit unsuccessful, feels a little bit of a slowdown, but feels okay. Feels a little bit like he's waiting for his ship to come in and has a little bit of regret, but kind of feels like at least he expressed how he feels. You know, I think that that's always positive because a lot of people have a hard time sometimes expressing how they feel. I think he's feeling okay about what happened, and he thinks that there's room for growth in the future. So we'll see what happens in the future. Deja, what do I need to work on for our relationship? I would work on working on yourself as far as like being secure in yourself, because the worst thing that will destroy any relationship is somebody that it has any insecurity around it. So in other words, like when I get questions like, what does he think of her? Does he think that she's pretty? Is he attracted to her? Did he lie to me about this? Like those questions, it's not that they're a bad question. It's just that what it leads me to believe is that there's a lot of insecurity around somebody, which then goes out into the universe. So what happens when the insecurity goes out? We get presented with situations that come back to us that prove to us that our insecurities are correct. So questions like, is he still going to be interested in me? Do you think he still likes me? Those kind of questions. Not that you're asking anybody, but just that these thoughts could be running through your head. So working on yourself would be something I would suggest to everyone. And what comes up here is let go of anxiety, let go of things that you can't control, and focus on what you can control. I am worthy, I am lovable, I am attractive, I am enough. Affirmations. It sounds really corny, but it works. Anyhow, and the best way that you can better your relationship is to be secure in yourself, because insecurity will drive somebody so far away, because it's the energy of the emotions. It's not because of something that you do. It's all the energy of the emotions. You know, feeling like I need him to call me. Like I've gotten emails from people that are like, I just need you to make him call me, text me, FaceTime me every single day, and then I'll be happy. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't. You can't. Imagine somebody said that to you. You just need to call me, FaceTime me, and text me every single day. I need to be the first person that you reach out to every morning. It's a lot of need, right? So the more you're confident in yourself, the more you'll be confident in the relationship, the less you're going to need anything. The less you need anything, the less insecurity goes out, and then the more stable everything becomes in your life, not just your relationship with him, with everybody. Michelle, spiritual journey. Am I on the right path? What does spirit want me to work on now? Am I on the right path? You are on the right path. You are. You have the Four of Cups. You may overthink too much. Let go of that. Nine of Wands, you should be feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and that you finally can breathe a sigh of relief. Hierophant, spiritual journey, or a new spiritual practice may come in and help you with something. So when it comes to spirituality, this is one thing, and this is like life in general. It's funny because my friend, you know, the two sisters I talk about all the time, their father just recently passed away. And I didn't even know. Like, she sent me a message on one of the social medias, but I'm never on it. Anyway, I was talking to another one of our friends on Christmas, and she told me. Anyhow, so I reached out to my friend that lost her dad. And something that he always used to say, and he used to say it to us all the time, and it is so true, and I never realized it at the moment. Like at the moment, we both would be like, what the fuck is he talking about? But he used to say, if you can't change the situation, change the way you feel about the situation. And in the moment, we would be like, what, like, well, the situation sucks. How do you change that? But I don't know if it's that I matured or what, because we're going like this maybe like a really long time ago that he used to say this, but he used to say it all the time. We used to get mad at him. We didn't want to hear that. But if you can't control the situation, control the way that you feel about the situation, which is like, to me, I think that that's like, it's simple, but yet it's really hard. You know, especially if it's something that you don't want to happen, or that you've worked really hard to avoid, or something that you've really worked hard to succeed at, and you feel like you failed or whatever. Let go of the expectations and just change the way you feel about the situation. I think that that's something that overall, I wish I would have taken that advice sooner. I wish I would have understood it sooner. But I mean, neither one of us did. We used to get really mad at him. We used to be like, stop saying that. How do I change the way I feel? But you can control your emotions around any situation. And I think that's like, that's a huge spiritual thing. Because when you get to the point where you're like, you know what? This situation has nothing to do with me as a person. It's not personal. I'm not going to let it upset me, and things will work themselves out. And that is some kind of faith that I don't think I ever really had. But he used to always say that, and I remember him always saying that. And I remember us always getting annoyed with him. But anyhow, so that may be something on your spiritual journey that you may be starting to maybe understand or start to put into place. But it looks like you've come a long way over the last year. So you should be pretty content or proud of yourself. Because if you look back at last year this time, I think that you were in a much different place. So you're getting there, you know, like one foot in front of the other. You've really made a lot of good decisions this year. Anyhow, and you know what? It's a journey, right? So sometimes we have to take a detour, and sometimes we have a moment. It's okay. You just get right back on the journey. Shawnee, time frame on the next time I hear from Corey. The Queen of Hearts. The Queen is the number 12, so it could happen before the end of December. But the Hearts would be sometime this spring. So that's a huge time frame. It could be anytime between now and the end of March. That's a big time difference. Fire sign. What are we in? Capricorn. Capricorn, Aquarius. Yeah, it could be. It could be when the sun moves into Aries. It could be. It could take a little bit of time. Let's see what happens. The 12. It also could be 12 weeks. Where will we be in 12 weeks? We'll still be. Well, we'll be probably. Well, maybe that may be almost spring. Anyhow. Oh, Julia, thank you. Thank you very much. A butterfly. Will my dad ever apologize? Will my dad ever apologize? Will my dad ever apologize? Yeah, 70% chance, yes. I think you will get an apology. Empress, how will my brother's recorded statement go with Trisha tomorrow? Should go well. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. It should go really well. Deja, messages from the deceased angels. I can give you spirit cards, but I can't channel. I don't channel. I could give you spirit cards, though. And angels could show up in the spirit cards. Let's see. The Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event, or it could be a wedding. The Two of Fire. You're coming into your own, new partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. The Five of Water, things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. Five of Water, I would say let go of what you can't control. Everything else looks good. Two of Fire, you're coming into your own, new partnerships. Knight of Water, falling in love, and the need to balance emotional concerns. Empress, Melina's feeling about meeting my brother for the first time. She may have a lot of nervous anxiety around meeting him, but she feels like it went well. Wheel of Fortune. Feels prepared, feels good. World is at her feet. And feels relief now. Felt anxious before, but feels a little bit relieved now. Or if she hasn't met him yet, she'll feel relief after she meets him. But she's got a little anxiety about meeting him for the first time. That's kind of, that's cute, right? It means that she cares. Ram, was I on Kay's mind today? Yes, you definitely were. Butterfly, what are my gifts? Intuition, empathy, which every time I say empathy, I'm like, I don't really feel like that's a gift. I feel like that's a hard one to deal with. But you have intuition, empathy, intelligence, and strength, inner strength. Empress, is Melina getting closer to leaving what she's in Houston and starting over with my brother in Dallas? Okay. Is Melina getting close to leaving Houston and starting over in Dallas? Well, she's on the fence. One ace, which would be 33%, but the hangman's in reverse. So she's not feeling stuck. She's feeling ready to go. And then she's got some financial things happening here. So maybe once she gets her finances in order, she'll be ready. Adriana, how is he going to be feeling after we get to kiss? He's going to be happy. He's going to feel like things are going to move forward quickly. And the sun comes out, which is happiness. Ram, what is Kay planning for us this week? He doesn't have anything planned. He's just thinking that he's hoping that he'll get to see you, but he doesn't have anything planned, like to go anywhere or anything. I don't think that he wants to do it, like lock into anything, because I don't know that he's sure of like what exactly can happen. You know, too many things right now are up in the air, but his plan is to see you at some point this week. But he doesn't, like doesn't have reservations at a restaurant or anything like that. He's just like, his idea is that we'll probably get together sometime before the week is out. Michelle, I started dating again, but I'm standing in my own way because I'm so afraid of getting hurt again. How can I finally release that and open up? I think that's normal. I do think it's normal. I think that you just have to, what somebody said to me once, and this is kind of like obvious, but I think sometimes we need to hear it. You can't punish somebody new for something that somebody in the past did. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody else did, if somebody in the past was a real bastard, that doesn't mean the new person's going to be. And if you don't give them a chance, you're never going to know. What I think too is that just dating people that you don't have a lot of emotions for, especially in the beginning, I think that that's good because it kind of gives you a little bit more control over your own emotions. Plus, the energy around the situation isn't so restricted and tense. It's just kind of like, whatever, if he calls, he calls. But I think that just kind of going with it, and you don't have to put yourself out there too much. Like, you don't have to like hook up and sleep around or anything like that, but just like talking to people through text message, getting comfortable like that. If you can meet people out, because I don't know what the restrictions are where you live, meeting people out in public, I think that it's all helpful. And the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. Yeah, so your anxiety is going to ease up. And you're not going to wait for your ship to come in. You're going to take some, you're going to get out of your own way. You will get out of your own way. And I think there's something to be said for just putting it out there. Even if you don't, even if you go out with somebody and you're like, I'm not so sure about him. He may not be the right guy for me, but I'm giving it a chance. I'm open to it. I think that kind of, hey, I'm open to it. Send me something. Send me whatever. I'm willing to explore my options. I think all of that is helpful. And I think that you're doing the right thing. So I think you're on the right I think you're on the right path. I think you've done a lot of hard work, and last year was really tough, and I think this year is going to be a little bit easier. God willing. And you don't have to be that vulnerable in the beginning. You don't have to like pour your heart out in the beginning. Small talk. Just see how you connect, see how the chemistry is, and then take it from there. Ariella, will CDG bear to change my son's name, or Stephanie W? I talked to a few lawyers meeting after the new year okay. Sandy G. Stephanie W. You know what? They both come up pretty good and pretty competent. Stephanie comes up a little bit higher. She got 3 aces. The other one got 2 aces and the 6 of wands, which is still pretty good, but I would go with Stephanie. Empress, Sierra's current feelings towards my brother. She cares very much about him. She's got the Ace of Cups right in the center. She's got a lot of love for him, but I don't know that she feels like she can go back to him or that she can trust him. Makes her very nervous. The idea of going back brings up a lot of anxiety and old hurts inside her. She's afraid that nothing is going to change, but I think that she cares very much for him. I would say she still loves him. Ronnie, when I finish this course, how soon after will I get a job? Pretty soon. Well, I'm not sure when you're going to finish. I would say it could be 6 weeks after you finish the course. If it's going to take you into the summer to finish it, I would say the month of June. Or by this summer, you should have a new job. It could be, if you finish the course next week, it could be in 6 weeks. But if the course doesn't end until, say, like March, I would say it could take through the summer. Me too. I always wanted to live in Texas. How funny is that? I just like warm weather. I mean, I like the desert too. I also like the beach. I wasn't looking. I was online looking at, I think it was Corpus Christi, which was all the way down kind of by the water. I was just looking online. And this was a long time ago. Um, I emailed somebody in New Mexico because I wanted to know what the winter was like there, and she said it gets pretty cold there. I was like, well, then fuck that place. I'm not going there. I think she said it was 28 degrees the day that I emailed. Like, that's not somewhere I want to go. But Texas, I've always heard nice things about Texas. It's a big state. I guess it depends where you go, but that's so funny. I always wanted to go to Texas too. Haven't gotten there yet. Julie, what is this guy Max with any? Is this guy Max with anyone or seeing anyone? Or is Max seeing anyone? No, I don't think he's seeing anyone. Not right now. Is this guy Larry seeing anyone? I don't think he is either. No, he looks like he's single too. I heard it's cheap to live in Texas. One of the kids that worked at the that worked with me at A&P. Gee, I don't even know how old he is now. He's probably not a kid anymore. He's probably like close to 30 now. But when we worked together right before the store closed, he decided to move to Austin, I think it was, with his girlfriend at the time. I think they've since gotten married. Anyway, she was from New Jersey and she was working. She wasn't a school teacher, but she was like an aide or some sort of an assistant or whatever she did, and it was part time in the school. They moved to Austin. Ready for this? For people that live in New York, listen to this. They rented an apartment with another couple. Each couple had their own bedroom, their own bathroom. They shared a living area and the kitchen. Their rent was $450 for the month. $450. Each person paid $125 a month in rent. Can you imagine? And I don't know about him, but she was hired doing the same job in Texas at $3 an hour more than she was making in New Jersey. Can you imagine that? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. His parents were telling me because I knew his parents um, from him working there through the years. He went away to college, he came back on breaks, and so on and so forth. The his mom, they had four boys, right? Well, at some point, somebody had a snake, and he says to me, so Danny, I don't know what happened to the pet snake. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what happened to the pet snake? Because God help, if I if I was your mother, I would have left the house. It was a black and yellow snake. From what he said, and he showed me a picture, it didn't look like it was that threatening. It was like a skinny snake. I don't give a fuck. It was a snake. I would have moved out until they found it. I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, did you find the snake? And he was like, yeah, my mom found it in the shower. And I was like, I don't even want to know if she was showering at the time because I would have went right through the ceiling. You would see my feet hanging from the ceiling. Anyhow, that's what happens when you have four boys, I guess. There was a set of twins in there too. He was the oldest. And then I think there was the set of twins, and then there was the youngest brother. Anyway, um, DM, will I be able to get back into my school program? It's going to take you work to get back into the school program, but I think they'll take you back. Yeah. You may have to kind of, be a little persistent. I know. I mean, I can't imagine. My car loan is more than that a month. I mean, not 450, but I think my car loan is like three something. I just can't imagine having to pay $125 a month in rent. It's crazy. Ex Mune Kit Tax. What's coming in my recent love life single? What's coming in my recent love life single? Fire sign comes in that's pretty ambitious. They look like they're a whole lot of fun and they come in very respectful. They put a lot of effort into the situation. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, they may come in out of the clear blue sky when you least expect it. They're adventurous, fun, spontaneous, and you could be starting a new journey with this person. Butterfly. What will be the nature of my next job be? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell somebody what they're going to do for a living. I need to know like what your options are. Like I can't pull a career out of the sky. I don't know. That's up to you to like figure out. I could weigh one thing against the other, like teacher versus dentist, but I can't pull a career out of the sky. I don't know. If you want to rephrase it, or if you want to ask a different question. Priscilla, what are Antonio's current intentions towards me? It doesn't look like he's putting much effort in. It looks like things are kind of at a standstill and you may be moving on to greener pastures. You've got, see, it's like he stops putting in work or he stops putting in a lot of effort and you may get really annoyed with him. He's showing up here as unprepared. I don't know where you guys are in the situation, but I wouldn't expect all that much from him. You got a fire sign coming in. If he's not fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you may move on with somebody else. You may feel like it's just not going anywhere. It's not moving forward fast enough. Butterfly, will I find another job soon? Okay. You could find a job before the sun moves out of Capricorn. Yeah. You could get another job pretty soon. Adesha, how will my court day go in January? How is court going to go in January? All right, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but this is what the cards show. Persistence can take you to the next level. So you may have to be persistent in whatever it is that you want or whatever you want out of the situation. Six of Pentacles is positive. That's like feeling like you're being respected and heard, and that whoever it is or whatever the situation is may meet you halfway. But the Fool is in reverse. I don't care for that. That's like an issue that may come out or something that may get exposed that needs to be dealt with. And the Eight of Wands is in reverse. I don't care for that either. That's like things either get stuck or they don't move for the better quickly. So I don't know if it means that you wind up having to go back to court at another point or if it doesn't all get resolved that day. I'm kind of on this fence about how it's going to go. I would say be persistent and you'll get respect, but I don't know if what the situation is. Just keep in mind that persistence should take you to the next level, but it may be somewhat of a ride. You might have to go back. Eight of Wands in reverse. Things don't change quick enough for you. Kira, how is Daniel feeling? I cut into him and went ice skating with my friend instead of him. But I'm glad because I'm not really sure how he was going to go ice skating with a broken foot. Did he explain that part to you? Because this guy, I mean, he feels bad. He feels a little bit regretful. But you know what? That's too bad for him. He's got to get his shit together. He feels regretful. Yeah, he's not happy. I'm glad that you went ice skating with your friend. I'm glad. I'm glad that you did. That was definitely the right choice. This way he doesn't think that you're sitting around waiting on him. But he's feeling bad about it. But that's what he gets. 14 NDC. Does Aaron have feelings for me? Does Aaron have feelings for me? I would say, yeah, there is an interest here. Yeah, you got the world at your feet. Listen to your intuition, and there's potential around this situation. Butterfly B. Will H most likely move on from K? Will H most likely move on from K? Eventually, I mean, these two are not going to stay together forever, but they're not done yet. There's more to come between the two of them. Their relationship is not totally over yet, but they're not going to last forever. Yeah, there's more to come, but I don't know how much more. Kira, General. You've got success coming in around a personal side business here. Starting a new journey with a personal side business brings in success, brings in a little bit more financial stability, and you have a wish around it. Six of Cups, you could be hearing from somebody from the past you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, feeling like the hard work you've put into either your career or side business is going to pay off. And like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You could be planning a trip to water, around water, or by water with the Six of Swords. Enos, how will tomorrow be if I choose to meet A? Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, but the card suggests that it would be good. Eight of Wands is upright. Things change for the better quickly. Four of Cups in reverse, you could be offered something that would be hard to turn down. Three of Wands in reverse, no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Should be a good meeting. Nikki, general reading, general love reading. Okay. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a new opportunity coming in with long-term potential. A wish comes true around a very passionate fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you are with someone right now, I would say your current relationship takes on some passion and there's long-term potential around the current relationship. It also looks like if you're not with anyone right now, Sagittarius may be entering, that your life changes for the better quickly when you meet this person. If If you are with someone with that card, it would be that you might need to have patience with your current partner. If you're not with anyone, out of the clear blue sky, this guy shows up or this person shows up, and things move forward very quickly. So I would say keep your eyes open for a Sagittarius or a Cancer if you're not with anyone right now. If you are with someone right now, you may need to have a little bit of patience, but your current relationship will be moving forward with passion. Mimi, what are Z's intentions towards me? Looking for a new beginning and for things to change for the better quickly. They may be slow. Hermit is here, which means you may not hear from them for a minute. So this may be, their intentions are for things to change for the better, and they may be looking for a new beginning, but they may not be ready yet with the Hermit. It might take some time. Julie, out of the two, Max or Larry, which one would be better? Okay, Max. Larry. They both come up with potential, but Larry comes up much higher. He comes up 70% chance with the Sun, which is happiness. The other guy came up 70% chance, yes, but the Ten of Swords was there. I like Larry better. They both have potential, though. Mimi, general for the next week. Watch out for spending too much time overthinking, rethinking, or driving yourself nuts. You have a wish, especially around the love situation. Could have a soulmate entering next week. That may be an Aquarius. Listen to your intuition. Five of Wands. Look out for an argument with somebody. It's not a big deal if Wands is like a little bit of bickering or disagreement about something. And then your life moves forward before the end of next week. You may be feeling like, okay, I'm not 100% where I want to be right now, but at least things are moving forward. You have the Three of Wands in reverse. No longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in. Feeling like things are moving on. You've got the Page of Wands. There could be a little adventure that comes in too out of the clear blue. That's nice. Kira, what can I expect from Daniel the rest of the week and the weekend? He may have a party or a celebration or something that he wants you to go to with him. Maybe that's a New Year's thing. If it's not New Year's, then maybe it's something that happens over the weekend, but there may be a party or a get-together of some type. He's going to want to see you, and he's going to be very focused. I wouldn't be surprised if he bought you some kind of a gift or something. He knows that you're mad at him. He may try to, like, butter you up a little bit before the end of the week. He must be feeling really bad. Good. Let him feel bad. Let him buy gifts. Maybe you should cut the shit already. But there is going to be a party or an opportunity for some kind of a social event with him. If it's not New Year's, it would be this weekend. It also could be both. There may be more than one. He's got like a lot of things that are popping up before the end of the week. And he's going to want you to go with him. 14. May I have a general love reading? You got happiness coming in. The Sun. So happiness comes in after you let go of regret and negativity. Out comes the Sun. If you're not with anyone right now, you have an Aries coming in. Could be of significance. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Feeling like the hard work you've put into something is now coming back to you. The fruits of your labor are starting to pay off. Out of the clear blue sky, you may hear from someone that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. That could be a Taurus. It also looks like feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain when it comes to love. So you have an Aries here, you have a Taurus listening to your intuition. The love cup is full. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Your love life is moving forward. There's no doubt about it. Somebody comes in out of the blue, an Aries shows up, a Taurus is here. You'll definitely have some opportunities over the next few weeks. Nikki, I want to move. Is that a good idea? Okay, is it a good idea to move? Mm-hmm. 70% chance, yes. It would be a good time for you to move. Yep. I don't see why not. Beautiful one. Who will I hear from my past? Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Beautiful one. Oh, I did that one. Tibet, how will he respond if I reschedule our date? He'll be disappointed, for sure. He'll feel like things have either changed, got stuck. Like he'll be disappointed, but I think that he'll reschedule. He may be a little angry, though. He may be a little pissed. Bajorat, love with Pisces. You might be feeling like this person is not putting in any effort. You also may feel like, I'm not seeing any love here right now. The love cup's not here. The Two of Cups, no soulmate connection. It looks like you might be feeling a little bit frustrated around this situation. I would keep your options open. There's a fire sign that's coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and that person may be a little bit more ambitious than the Pisces is. Adriana, when will I be having a real date with him? Sometime this winter. Could be sometime in the month of January, the Ace. Let me plug in this phone. Nikki, will Jordan and I be in a relationship? Well, yeah, there's possibility that you guys get into a relationship because you have the Two of Cups here. You have one ace and you have a nice connection. There's potential here for the two of you. Sarah, intentions of Z towards me. All right, I don't know where you guys are in this situation, but the Two of Cups is in reverse, which can indicate that either this situation isn't moving forward or there may be a breakup on the horizon. You have the Magician here and long-term potential coming in around a Sagittarius. If this person isn't a Sagittarius, I would say keep your eyes open for a Sagittarius. And your H's actions and intentions for me next. Empress and the Page of Pentacles could be focused on love, money, abundance, fertility. Things may move forward with him in the near future. I'm not seeing the love cup or the two of cups, but you could be spending more time together, or you could be more communication and spending more time together in the near future. Kira, Daniel asked me, do I love him? I said no. Why did he ask me that randomly? How is he feeling about me saying no? Good. You kind of stopped him in his tracks. He feels like a disaster, and he feels like he hit a brick wall. Um, he gets what he deserves. He's got to cut the bullshit. If he cut out this bullshit, he would be a really great guy. Um, yeah, you stopped him in his tracks. You kind of knocked him off his pedestal. He's not feeling great right now, and good. That's what he gets. Adriana, will he like my Christmas present? He will. Yep, he will. Very much so. Destiny, am I pregnant? You could be, yeah. It's possible. 70% chance yes, and the world is here. If you don't want children right now, I would be super careful because the chances are very high, which means that moving forward, like if it hasn't happened this month, it could happen next month if you're not careful. If you do want children, well, then congratulations, it's going to happen soon. 70% chances is like 70% chance is high, but with the world there, it's even higher than that. And you have an opportunity every month to get pregnant. So it's if you don't want kids, be very careful. That would be my suggestion. If you do, you shouldn't have to try too hard. It should happen pretty quickly. Um, Universe flower. What are KCS's true feelings towards me? Thinks that you're grounded, stable, down to earth, unique, well prepared, if highly intelligent, loving, kind, strong, loyal, courageous, and intuitive. Uh, Mac, are we going to have a date? Okay. Are we going to have a date? I think you are going to get your date. Benita, is Christopher going to show up when a new guy comes along? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. 70% chance, yes. I was just watching 2.5 Men, and that happened in 2.5 Men. I never watched that show before. I don't know why. I don't know. A lot of these shows, I think that they were on when I was working. I don't know. Anyway, so it was on the other day, and Ashton Kutcher's character, he's involved with this English woman, and I think he asked her to marry him or something, and she said no. So he moves on to this Crazy Rose. I don't know if anyone's watched the show, but anyway, he moves on to Crazy Rose. And he's into Rose, you know, in the moment. He's into her. And he even goes as far as to ask her to move in with him. And then wouldn't you know it, who calls and wants him back? Yep. And then there went Rose. No, I don't know what happened. But I know that Rose is crazy because I've seen other episodes. But anyway, but it just goes, I mean, it always happens. Poor Crazy Rose. Julia, will the Gemini contact me soon? I think so. Yeah. You got a 70% chance that you hear from the Gemini soon, and you're not waiting for your ship to come in. You should hear from him soon. Tori, what do me and Nat have to do to get together and meet at my house in person? I'm still struggling, and I have a job, but I can't go. Don't worry, I have Nat, but not Joshua. Well, I'm not sure what the question is. If you could just rephrase that question. I'm not sure what the question is. Um, Angel, what are Catalina's feelings towards me, and what are her intentions? I saw her today. Um, she thinks that the two of you have long-term potential, or that there may be something between the two of you. I think that she may feel like she's waiting for you to do something. I don't know that she's going to do anything. She may be feeling like, well, if he's interested in me, he'll ask me, or he'll, you know, make a move towards me. Um, Georgia, why is RS so worried about me leaving? All right, I don't know what you mean by leaving. Like leaving him, leaving town. But this is what the cards suggest. Um, he might be feeling a little bit like he's waiting for a ship to come in with Three of Wands. He may also be feeling like he put in a lot of hard work, or he is going to be putting in a lot of hard work. He may intuitively feel like wherever it is, you shouldn't go or you shouldn't leave. He also may feel like there could be a long road ahead of the two of you, but there is possibility for happiness between the two of you. You just might not be there yet. So he may be feeling like the two of you have unfinished business, and that's why he doesn't want you to leave. What noise? What noise was it? I didn't even hear it. But remember the other day we heard that really weird noise? I think I know what it was. Now I know it was late that night, but there was a kid that was like in the lot just before playing with one of those like it's like a remote control thing and it went up into the air. I don't know what the hell it's called. But anyway, it was making a funny sound. So I think that was it. And one of my other neighbors was out and she said something about a funny noise because she heard it too. And I was like, I heard it the other night. She goes, I thought it was coming from my sink. And I'm like, oh, that's scary. I'm like, I thought it was like a belt on a car, like out here idling. And I think it was this kid's thing, which at least we know what it was now. But I don't know now what was their water dripping. I hope not. Shouldn't be anything in here leaking. Jesus. The TV. Oh, the TV. I have cartoons out there for Avery. CS, how does Jack feel about me? Has a lot of respect for you. Six of Pentacles comes up with having a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you're well prepared, intelligent, intuitive, kind-hearted, ambitious, loyal, strong, sincere, humble, and intuitive comes up again. Adriana, what would he think if I got pregnant by him? Well, it depends on where you are in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference between getting pregnant, like say on a one-night stand, and then getting pregnant with somebody that you've been with for 5 years. So it depends where you are in the moment when it happens. See, if you guys have been together and you're in a relationship and you've discussed it, I think things will just move forward and be fine. If it's like a one-night stand kind of thing, he may hold himself back. He may not be ready for that. It depends where you are in that moment. That it definitely depends on that. Yeah, I guess it was his drone. Anyhow. Kira, he was trying to be manipulative, asking me, do I love him? And he would be the perfect match if he didn't lie to me. That's the thing. He's got to knock it off with the lying. Fairy, how does my dog see me? As love. Of course. Animals are so pure. Ina, what's next in the connection with TN? No communication. Well, there is potential for you to feel like you'd make it to the top of the mountain and the sun comes out. It just may be kind of a road ahead of you. It looks like, I mean, Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. I wouldn't expect too much from him right away, but eventually communication could pick up and things could move forward. I would keep your options open, though. I wouldn't sit around and wait for this guy. Wait a minute. That sound? I don't know what that sound is, but I hear it all the time. I probably should question that, but I hear it all the time. I don't know. I guess I always kind of just thought that it was like creaking, like the house creaking. Is that it? That's the sound you're talking about? I don't think it's water because all the snow melted. I don't think there's any water around. Anyway. Janessa, someone came back into my life recently. Is he my soulmate? We have lots of soulmates. We don't just have one. So this could be a soulmate relationship, especially since it broke. Like, as soulmate relationships always break and come back at some point. Doesn't mean it's the only one that you're ever going to have. I'm not convinced that this is a soulmate relationship. It doesn't matter though. People get really caught up in the soulmate bullshit. If somebody comes back and you want to be with them and they're doing the right thing, just enjoy it. I mean, and that's my advice to everyone. You know how many times I get this bullshit question about the twin flame nonsense? And I'm like, can you just enjoy what's in front of you? Because you know what? Life is too short. If you're happy and this person's doing the right thing, don't worry about whether or not it's soulmate. Soulmates usually break up and it's usually a very painful road. It's not, you know, what we think it is. It's usually, and you know what somebody told me once, that soulmates are not the people that you're supposed to end up with. Those are the people that are supposed to teach you things. Life partners shouldn't be soulmates. That's what they told me. Meanwhile, I was like, I think that sucks. You know, I don't know if I believe that either. What I really believe, to be honest, is that everybody's journey is different and everybody's situation is unique. And I think that if somebody is mistreating you or ghosting you and resurfacing and doing all this crazy bullshit, get out of it and end it. And the scary part for me as a reader is I hear way too many times somebody will say to me, well, he's my twin flame. He's supposed to treat me like that. You're not supposed to be treated horribly by people. Get rid of those people. And that's what I get too much of. You know, like I'll get an email from somebody saying, well, I was told by another reader that he's my twin flame and that he's treating me like this because he's supposed to. No, but if this person shows up and they want to reconcile and the relationship looks like you can get it back on track, I would give it a shot. Well, you know what? If you don't know that if he's playing around, the only way really is to give it a chance. If this is the first time that this has happened, I would say, you know, people make mistakes. Sometimes people, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's different if the person has done it to you 3 or 4 times. Then I would say, all right, you cut them loose. But if whatever happened and now this person has come back, if you really feel like there's still a connection there and you want to explore it, I don't think there's any harm in that. I think it starts to get harmful if we're going on like 5 years and the person has disappeared 3 or 4 times and they've lied to you and there's other people involved. That's different. But if, you know, if this person has just come back and you want to explore the option, I think it's okay. I do. Patty, does Omar talk to other girls on Facebook or Snapchat? I think he does talk to other people, but I also think that that's okay, especially on social media. All right, Dylan, I'll be right with you. All right, can we cut off the super chats because I think he's got to go OUT. All right, relax. And I'll be on again tomorrow. And you can always send me emails if anyone needs emails. I have the current sale posted on the community page. All right, mister, I'll be right with you, Bubba. Oriella, would I be able to find a job and work remotely? All right, baby, I'll be right there. I think you are going to find a job and work remotely. Yeah. All right, let me go see what he needs really fast. Hang on. What's going on there, Bubba? What happened, baby? What's the matter? You need water or something? Let me see. What's the matter? Tell me what you want. I just got to finish this up and then I'll be right with you. What? All right, Dylan. Drink this. I'm going to finish this up and then I'll be all yours, okay? Oh, Jesus. I almost like literally went flying. I almost went out the window. Jesus Christ. His ear might be bothering him. I got to give him some ear drops. Anyhow. Julie, is it when I start something good with Larry when Richard Donald tries to come back? I wouldn't be surprised if they both try to come back. I wouldn't be surprised if they both try to come back once you start something with this other guy. And then you'll really have decisions to make. But you know what? At least it's going to be your decisions. You'll be calling the shots, and that's what's important. All right. Yeah, I think he's got to go OUT. I'll take him. I think just Mel is here as far as moderators. All right, babes, I'll be right with you. Relax. I do email videos. It's on the community page, and I do Zoom. The Zoom ones are limited, though, because I have to schedule them in advance, and, you know, Miss Avery's got to be sleeping. But it's on the community page, the prices. Mel, the Pisces' thoughts about seeing me in the discussion we had tonight. I stood my ground about not wanting a relationship with him. All right, Bubs, I'll be right with you. Just give me 2 seconds. You know, he understands how you feel, but I don't think that he wants to give up. I think he's going to try to continue to... he may give you a break. He may stop pursuing you for a little while. But he's got like the 3 of Cups here, cause for celebration. He's got strength. He wants things to move forward. He may give you a little bit of a rest, but I don't think he's ready to give up on it. It's like his heart is still in it. But he may spend a little bit of time away. He may give you a little bit of a break, and then he may try to come back and, you know, he doesn't want to let it go. He knows how you feel. He knows what you're saying, but he still believes that there's a connection between the 2 of you. He feels like words are coming out of your mouth, but your heart feels different. And he feels like the 2 of you could have a nice relationship. Yeah, he's not going to give up so easy. I mean, he may give you a little bit of a break right now, but you're going to hear from him again at some point. Poor guy. And I say poor guy. Meanwhile, he probably gets turning him down is probably exactly what he deserves. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably at like 2:30ish. I have an appointment with someone at 2 o'clock, and so probably around 2:30. As well, the nerve to tell me that I love him. Yeah, he wants you to love him. He wants you to love him. Oh, well. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.